Hello students, we'll be going with the last concept of model number 4, that is Cauchy's root test. Already we have gone with the D'Alembert ratio test. So in D'Alembert ratio test we used to write for un, then un plus 1. We used to take the ratio of un plus 1 upon un, simplify, then we used to take limit as n tends to infinity on both sides and simplify and find the limits. If L was, that is the value what we have got when limit as n tends to infinity of that function, if it is less than 1, I used to say it is a convergent series. If it is greater than 1, it is divergent, and the test fails when L is equals to 1. So this was the concept we had studied in D'Alembert ratio test. Now we are going to go with the next test, that is Cauchy's root test. Now what do I mean by here with Cauchy's root test is, if summation un is a series of positive terms, means here also the given function is in terms of series, okay, and if limit as n tends to infinity un raised to 1 by n, if answer comes equals to n, that is finite L, okay, then the series is convergent if L is less than 1. It is divergent if L is greater than 1, and the test fails if L is equals to 1. Conditions are same in both the tests, that is D'Alembert's and Cauchy's. Now here what is the change in the function is, in Cauchy's root test, if you are able to express, or if your given function is in the form of f of n raised to g of n, that time compulsory have to go for Cauchy's root test, or else go for D'Alembert's ratio test. With the help of this, I have to go with some standard results here, which I have already studied in your PUC2. So here, limit as n tends to infinity, n raised to 1 by n, value is always equals to 1. How it is? This is, you all have studied already in the first semester, that is indeterminate form. This comes in the form of infinity raised to 0. So we take log on both sides and simplify, and the answer is equal to 1 by applying the Elshospital's rule. Okay, so this is the standard result which you have to remember. Similarly, there are two more standard results which we have to remember in this concept, that is limit as n tends to infinity of 1 plus 1 by n raised to n, value is e. This is already studied in your PUC. And we know that E value is 2.7. Similarly, limit as n tends to infinity 1 plus x upon n raised to n. Here the above formula is same, but only numerator here it is x. So that time we write it as e raised to x. If we are having here 2 upon x means 2 upon n means it will become e raised to 2. Like that the changes will be taking place. And compulsory the limit has to be n tends to infinity. Okay, that time only we can apply this value directly. So to start with the problems, we have to follow the procedure now. What is the procedure to be followed is, write for the function un. If the given if a given function is in terms of series, that time you write the general form for un. Or else if it is directly given in terms of summation, leaving summation, pick all the function as un. Then raise the power of 1 by n. Raise the power of 1 by n on both sides. Simplify the powers, then take limits as n tends to infinity on both sides. Substitute and check which form you are getting, and simplify. Depending upon the answer, you come for the conclusion. So this is a procedure for Cauchy's root test. So we'll start with the problems here. The first problem is, find the nature of the series summation n is equals to 1 to infinity an square into x raised to n, where a is less than 1. So to start, if you observe, they have given the general form because summation is given. So directly take what is un. What is un? Leaving summation, every term is your un. So a raised to n square into x raised to n. If you observe here, x raised to n has come, power is n. So we'll apply for Cauchy's root test. In the question they will not mention. You under observation you have to decide whether to apply D'Alembert's or Cauchy's. So I'll raise the power of 1 by n. Here both the functions are having raised to n, so we are going to take it as the Cauchy's root test procedure. So raise the power by 1 by n on both sides. So when I raise it, this power will get splitted to this power will get splitted to this. So this n and this n will get cancelled, you remain with a raised to n. This n and this n will get cancelled, we remain with x. Now takes limit as n tends to infinity on both sides after simplification. So when I take here limit as n tends to infinity a raised to n into x. Whenever we are having a limit sum, what we do exactly is we first try to substitute and check which form we are getting. So when I substitute in this n as infinity, we know that anything raised to infinity is 0. So a raised to infinity is 0 into x. So this is 0 which is less than 1. So we observe that here limit as n tends to infinity un raised to 1 by n has come less than 1. When it comes less than 1, by the condition we say that the given function is convergent. Next to go with, discuss the convergence of summation n equals to 1 to infinity into 1 plus 1 upon n raised to n square. Now raised to, whole bracket raised to n square has come, so go for Cauchy's root test. Again leaving summation, write for un. Raise the power by 1 by n on both sides, such that this n and this n will get cancelled. I am remained with n. After simplifying, take the limits as n tends to infinity on both sides. Once we take the limit as n tends to infinity on both sides, we will get this form as limit as n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 upon n raised to n. As from the standard result, we know that it is e. And e value is 2.7, which is greater than 1. So we say that summation un is divergent. Next function. Test for convergence. Summation n equals to 1 to infinity n plus 1 upon n whole raised to n square into 1 upon 3 raised to n. If you observe, all the terms are having raised to n power. So go for Cauchy's root test. I am repeatedly telling to you all. Okay. Each function is having power n. So that leaving summation, write for un. Once we write for un, we are going to consider for the raising the power by 1 by n. So here what I have done is I have divided n for both the terms. If you want, you can divide or else keep it as it is. So once I raise the power with 1 by n, this power raised to 1 by n, here n will get cancelled. This power is for the numerator and for the denominator. And 1 raised to 1 by n is 1 only. 3 raised to n raised to 1 by n will become 3 because this n and this n will get cancelled. Now after simplifying, take the limit as n tends to infinity on both sides. So once I take 1 by 3 is acting as a constant, keep it as it is. Try to substitute n as infinity in this. Now if you observe, this is a standard result. Limit as n tends to infinity of 1 plus 1 by n raised to n value is e. Means 2.7 divided by 3. If you calculate, your answer is less than 1. So means it is convergent. Next. Test for the convergence. Summation n equals to 1. Now already the general form is given. So consider un. Again n raised to a bracket raised to a function n is there. So again go for Cauchy's root test by raising the power of 1 by n on both sides. So minus n raised to 3 by 2 into 1 by n raised to 1 by n means it is minus n raised to 3 by 2 upon n. If you simplify this power, it will become n raised to half. Means n raised to half means it is what? Root n. So now taking the limits on both sides, once we take, this becomes negative power is there, so bring it in the denominator by taking 1 upon this whole bracket in the denominator with the positive power. Now if you observe, this is limit as n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 upon n raised to n, isn't it in this form? So this value will be always e. So 1 upon e value is again less than 1, so it is convergent. Next. Test for the convergence. Summation n equals to 1 to infinity 1 minus 3 upon n raised to n square. So again go for Cauchy's root test. in which now here, if you observe, this n and this n will get cancelled. I am remained with 1 minus 3 upon n raised to n. The standard form now here, if you take limit as n tends to infinity on both sides, you try to convert this minus sign in the standard form as plus of minus 3, such that I can apply this result 1 plus x upon n, 1 plus x upon n raised to n. That is what we'll get it as. This will become, here x is minus 3, so e to the power of minus 3 it will come. Here it is plus, okay. So hence this becomes 1 upon e raised to 3, which is less than 1, so it is convergent. Test for the convergence, summation n equals to 1 to infinity, nth root of n minus 1 raised to n. Again raised to n is there, so go for Cauchy's. Raising the power of 1 by n on both sides, cancelling this n and n, the inside bracket only remains. Now take limit as n tends to infinity on both sides. So once we take, we know that n raised to half. Here whenever you are getting root n if it is, what do we write? Root n means it is n raised to half. Like that, nth root of n means it is n raised to 1 by n. Okay, so that only I have done here. Nth root of n will become n raised to half minus 1. If I split the limit on both sides, here for the negative sign here, limit as n tends to infinity n raised to 1 by n, limit as n tends to infinity of 1. Here there is no n, means answer is 1 only here, and this answer is 1 as I have given you the standard result. 1 minus 1 is 0, which is less than 1. So it is convergent. Discuss for the convergence of summation n equals to 1 to infinity into n plus 1 raised to n, x raised to n upon n raised to n plus 1. Again see there, each term is having power of n, so go for Cauchy's root test. So un is this, leaving summation, I told you all to write. Denominator, it is n raised to n plus 1. I have tried to split it as n raised to n into n raised to 1. X raised to a plus b can be written as x raised to a into x raised to b. In that format I have written. Now raise the power of 1 by n. This power of 1 by n will be for this bracket, for this term, for this term and for this term. So 1 by n and this n will get cancelled, so this only n plus 1 will remain. X raised to n raised to 1 by n, this n will get cancelled, means x raised to 1 is remaining. N raised to n raised to 1 by n, so n will get cancelled, we remain with n. And here it is n raised to 1 by n. After simplifying, taking the limit as n tends to infinity on both sides. Once I take here, whenever I told you, whenever n tends to infinity and you are having in the, if you substitute in the bracket infinity, you will get here infinity plus 1, which is not valid. So what we have to do is always try to take n, the highest power of n common. Now what is the power of n here? 1. So take n common from the bracket. So once I take n common, it will become 1 plus 1 by n, and this x will remain as it is. And the denominator also will remain as it is. This n and this n will get cancelled. I am remained with 1 plus 1 by n into x into divided by n raised to 1 by n. Now check. Substitute the limit as n tends to infinity to this term, to this term and to this term. This bracket 1 upon infinity will be 0. 1 upon infinity will be 0, so 1 plus 0 is 1. Here there is no n term, means x will remain as it is. And limit as n tends to infinity n raised to 1 by n, I told you it is 1. So 1 plus 0 into x upon 1 is answer is x. So this depends whether the function is convergent or divergent, or test fails will depend upon x. If x value is less than 1, we are going to say it is convergent. If x is greater than 1, we are going to say it is divergent. And if x value comes equals to 1, we are going to say that it is, the test is going to fail. The what test we have adopted will be failing. Well, next we'll go for the next function. Now if you see, this function is given in terms of series. Prior all the problems were in terms of general term. Here they have given in terms of series now. So if they have given in terms of series, you have to write the nth term in both the tests, D-Elmers or ratio. First we have to write for the nth term. To write for the nth term, here it is 1. Here, plus 2 by 3 into x plus 3 by 4 the whole square into x square plus so on. In the last, when I had given the test, that time I observed that you people were not able to write for the nth term. So to write for the nth term, sometimes we need to omit for the first term, such that I can get for the next of the terms balanced. So once I am taking the relation here, if you see here it is 2, here it is 3. Means if I take, and here it is only 1. So denominator had to be 2 here, and it is not there. Similarly, x power also is not there. So here I'll try to omit the first term here, and I will start with the second term. So to start with the second term, here if you see power of x is 1, 2, 3. Means here it had to be x raised to 0. Okay. So now to start, if I have to take, here I'll take the second term in the form of n plus 1 upon n plus 2 raised to n, because bracket powers are raising here. Okay. Then into x raised to n. Now whenever you are writing for the general term, observe whether are you getting this series or no by substituting n equals to 1, 2 and so on. Always try to substitute n equals to 1, 2 and so on. If I substitute n equals to 1, I'll get 1 plus 1, it is 2. 2. Yeah, 1 plus 2, it is 3. And x they raised to 1 and x raised to 1. So this term. Second term, n equals to 2. 2 plus 1, it is 3. 2 plus 2, it is 4. Is it here? Well, here it is 2. X square. Next, 3. 3 plus 1, it is 4. 3 plus 2, it is 5. Raised to n means here it is, here it is 3. So it is 3. X raised to 3. So we need to omit for the first term. Okay. Next, now to write for raised to power of n. All the terms have come raised to power of n. So take Cauchy's root test and raise the power by 1 by n. Simplify this power, you will get this simplification. Now take limit as n tends to infinity. Now here I told you, when limit as n tends to infinity is there, take n common in the numerator and in the denominator. Why we are taking n common? Because n highest power is 1. So take n only common. If here it is n square, take n square common. Okay. So here it is n. So when I take n common, I will get n into 1 plus 1 by n. Here it is n into 1 plus 2 by n into x. This n and this n will get cancelled. We will get the simplified form. If you substitute n tends to infinity in this, 1 by infinity is 0, 1 plus 0 is 1. 2 by infinity is 0, 1 plus 0 it is 1. So 1 divided by 1 is 1. So only remains here x. And this series will converge if x is less than 1, diverge if x is greater than 1, and the test fails when x is equals to 1. So like that we come for the conclusion. The next problem is, find the nature of the series 2 square upon 1 square minus 2 upon 1 raised to minus 1. Here 3 cube upon 2 cube minus 3 by 2 raised to minus 2, and so on. This series, again they have given the series form. We have to write for the general form. Now see there. Here it will become what? You have to start with n equals to 1. So if I have to get n equals to 1, means I have to here take as n plus 1, because I want here 2. So here 1 plus 1 it will become 2, and here n is 1. So I have taken here in the numerator n plus 1 and in the denominator as n. When n is equals to 1, the power is 2. So take here it is n plus 1. Here it will become n plus 1 upon n raised to minus n. Check for all the values of n when you are substituting as 1. 1 plus 1 it is 2. 1. 1 plus 1 it is 2. So 2 upon 1, the whole square it will come. That is, I have splitted this. Next, n plus 1 plus 1, 2 upon 1 and minus 1. Next, n is equals to 2. 2 plus 1 it is 3. Is it there? 3. 2. Is it 2? 2 plus 1 it is 3. Is the power 3 on both sides? Yes. 2 plus 1, 3. 2. Okay, raised to minus 2. Likewise, we have to check and then only proceed. Again, it is raised to minus n. So consider again Cauchy's root test by raising the power of 1 by n. So this n and this n will get cancelled. Once you simplify this, take the limits as n tends to infinity on both sides. I told you when a limit tends to infinity, take n common in the numerator and in the denominator. So your bracket power is n plus 1. So whenever you are taking n common means out of this bracket coming, it will come as n raised to n plus 1 into 1 plus 1 by n raised to n plus 1. This bracket power will be splitting with the numerator and in the denominator. So this becomes n raised to n plus 1 minus n taking common. Here remains 1 plus 1 by n and this is n. Simplify this n will get cancelled. N plus 1 will get cancelled. Remains this and remains this. To simplify, I have splitted the numerator into two brackets such that now when I apply the limits as n tends to infinity, this value is e because raised to power of n is there. So take this as e. This is raised to power of 1. So when you substitute infinity, we cannot apply the standard result here because here it has to be n. So it becomes 1 because 1 upon infinity is 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 raised to 1 is 1. So e into 1 minus e. No, sorry, 1 raised to minus 1. So e minus 1. E into 1 is e. E minus 1 raised to minus 1. So 1 upon e minus 1 which has come less than 1, which is a convergent series. So this is about the questions on Cauchy's root test. The model question paper, you have got a question on Cauchy's root test as 1 by 2 plus 2 by 3 into x plus 3 by 4 the whole square x square plus 4 by 5 the square cube x cube and so on. Now here they have given. So here what we are going to write? Again, we are to write for the general term, we have to omit the first term. Okay, because here x power is not there, see, and the bracket power will not get balanced with n equals to 1. So I am going to start with the second term by writing here n plus 1 upon n plus 2 x raised to n. This bracket powers are raising, so I will write it as n. Substitute n equals to 1, 2, 3 and check whether are you getting second, third, fourth term, and then only start your procedure. Again I told you each term is having raised to n, so raise the power by 1 by n. So raising the power, simplifying, taking the limits as n tends to infinity, again taking n common in the numerator and the denominator, simplifying, this will decide for x will be decided depending upon if x is less than 1 it is convergent, x is greater than 1 it is divergent, and test fails when x is equals to 1. So this way we are testing for convergence or divergence of a given series by Cauchy's root test. So this completes your fourth module. Thank you.